Okay, recording this for more so my own records. I don't know if I'm ever gonna release or show this off, but would also like to have this for posterity and to maybe at some point show this off because others may find this really interesting. I know I do. So I have here Bad Company's unreleased track Squid. Which I do have the physical vinyl for, and this is my recording of it that I took, and I am in SoundForge, meticulously cleaning this up. So SoundForge has a lot of really nice tools to be able to kind of clean up any pops and cracks and fuzz and noise. I'm taking a very sort of surgical approach to this, and it's a bit of a daunting task. You can't really just like select all and run like the declicker on. It doesn't. I mean, like it'll kind of work, but there's a good chance of degrading the audio quality overall doing it this way. And as far as I can understand it, it does also seem to learn kind of from like what you select as to what it's supposed to sound like. So I've been going through just the intro here, which if we listen to the original recording without any edits or changes right now, there's the pause there. It's pretty crackly, and so far I got this in its place. Which I think sounds really good, really clean. And so kind of like one of the things I wanted to go over, which is, so you can hear there's like, here's a pop, right? And some of these are a lot more difficult to edit out than others, it seems. This one was giving me trouble. And I've gotten really good at SoundForge and kind of learning its tools, and just my audio engineer experience in general has helped me sort of clean stuff like this up. So normally the thing would be to just like, select the obvious pop, declick, and kind of run like a low profile on it. That's just to see if it finds it, which it did, but it doesn't get rid of it completely. Like, it might take a critical ear to hear it. I can still hear it. It's definitely not as bad as it was. Much more distinct pop there. But so like the normal declick thing doesn't entirely work. I can try selecting more of an area for it to learn from. And like, again, it kind of gets it, but it doesn't get rid of it completely. So the next method I kind of have for this is, looking at the waveform, seeing like, okay, what should be here, and going, it's probably like this section, right? And we just kind of drag and duplicate that over. But if this doesn't line up perfectly, as good as that looks, it can still sound off. Now, I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to hear that. I mean, if I put this on YouTube, like YouTube compression, who knows? But there's like it's almost like a low bassy sort of like, it's like a, it's not pop exactly, but you can hear like almost like a bassy kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like a pit, I suppose. How do I put sound into words? I mean, it's just not smooth, So the way I found to clean this, like, we could be crazy and like try to redraw it by hand, which sometimes can work out. Let's give that a shot. Okay, I can still hear a very tiny pop. It was not perfect. What I found ended up working is taking the first point and the last point where the pop occur, and we select that, and we go to Tools, Repair, and we just interpolate. So it will draw a straight line from this node to the other one, right? And then over here, I'm going to do it probably going to take this note actually and go to about here, I would say. Try to give it the smoothest gradient. Interpolate. Yeah, doesn't look terrible. Let's see how that goes. I think it's gone entirely now. So that is what I've been doing for every single click and pop that comes up. And I mean, this dub plate is really old. There's a lot of issues with it. I can see that one already. And that one I didn't even really hear that much. It's very slight. It's only in the right speaker. But like, I heard that, you know, next one, boom, declickify. That also didn't work. So this might just be another very kind of quick interpolation job like that. And there we go. See, I think it sounds like sometimes I think I hear a little pop somewhere, but a lot of these are very difficult to even kind of discern just because, especially when you have like a lot of this going on, like right in a snare. It's going to mask a lot of the popping, which is good, but yeah, I can't really tell with that one. There's a tiny one right. It's like right in the kick somewhere. Oh, I think, is that it? These ones are hard. This is where the declicker algorithm actually does a pretty good job. That didn't change anything, so let's go with like a higher preset. That also didn't change anything. Try it. There we go. Okay, so it thinks it's there, which actually I do kind of see that now that it points it out. I always make sure it's not changing too much of the original waveform because, again, I'm trying to not degrade the audio. So, yeah, that fixed it, actually. Okay, save that. And I just have, the rest of the song to do, and we'll see kind of what happens with this part. Quick extra little absurdity that I just found. There's a click in the bass line here. Right there. It's in the right channel only. Okay, and like, I was like, where the hell is this thing? We zoom in. If I try to do like a selection here where like I can hear it in there, I try to select and I even do like a low profile. You can see how much this is changing the waveform because of this particular baseline. So I don't want to do that. I am going to severely degrade the quality. It's one little click somewhere, and I actually found it right there. You can see where the waveform is supposed to, like, judging by the left speaker, supposed to smoothly come down, and this kind of has a sudden where it just goes up, and that's just generating this one tiny click in the right speaker. So the way I fix that, since this is so ridiculously small, the best approach is to just manually dial that waveform kind of back into place like that, and then smooth the end there, and there we go. Now it looks like it should. That actually might come up a little higher so it's like more rounded and then flows smoothly. Easy peasy. Let's give it a shot. Let's hear it. Perfect. I can't even believe I caught that. That was like insane. I am going through a ridiculous length of like effort here for an unreleased song that will unfortunately probably never see the light of day. Like, what am I doing? God damn. All right. Anyway, that's all.